Hey, afternoon, everybody. How you doing? This is Andy again here. Another part of our fulfillment of what the information that's going on out there. We just want to get a lot of information, free content. I'm going to try and put out here every day or during the week, or maybe sometimes on the weekend. If anybody smokes cigars, I'm going to start doing videos. Probably I don't know. I might even do one tonight if I get motivated. After I work out, but on weekends, maybe Friday, Saturday night, might have a cigar in the back and will join me and have a talk with some more free content. But today, I want to talk about a couple things. I was going through my bookshelves, and there's a lot of, I have a lot of like old school personal developments. Hey, Joe, what's happening? Pascal, how you doing? I have a lot of personal development books. Some of these are old school, but a lot of them were very influential to the newer the newer guys, the newer personal development people. Okay, but this is an old school one. It was called by Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. And I was looking at the dates on this. God, it came out in like 1963. I mean, this thing is 53, 54 years old. But as old as I am, it's pretty funny. But this really good book. I'm going to read some of this stuff. If you've never heard of Norman Vincent Peale, he probably influenced a lot of the big guys that are around there today. You know, the book is written with the sole objective of helping the reader achieve a happy, satisfying, and worthwhile life. There's some good content there. Okay, this classic book will help you learn how to break the worry habit, get other people to like you, energize your life, to give yourself the vitality and initiative needed to carry out your ambitions and hopes, avoid the jitters in your daily work, believe in yourself and in everything that you do, live a controlled, relaxed life no matter how fast the pace may be, build new power and determination through a simple formula that really works for you, develop the power to reach your goals, think the kind of thoughts that lead you to a fuller life and satisfying success. Faith in yourself makes good things happen to you. Okay? The power of positive thinking. It's amazing how much we control our lives. Everything is between our two ears. Everything that we do, everything that we control is really between our two wheels. Our two wheels. Yeah, between our two wheels. Between our two ears, and it's also who we surround ourselves with. If you're surrounded by negative people or people who talk about other people instead of talk about concepts and thoughts and creative kinds of things, if you're not around people who are building things up, then you're around the wrong kind of people. You just need to get around the right kind of people. It helps your personal development, and it's also helps the power of positive thinking. But shout out to Norman Vincent Peale. I mean, God, he's probably been dead for 50 years, but this book sold 7-8 million copies. This is probably 25 years ago too. I mean, this thing's probably 10 million copies. So there's obviously low battery. Isn't that great? It's okay. I won't be talking too long. So there's obviously some good value there. So shout out to it. Look it up. You probably can buy on that one on eBay. You probably could find it for $1 or $2. How about that? So what's happening? So what I want to do is talk about a lot of free content that I want to be giving out every day. And the last couple weeks I've given a lot really free content. But what I really want to do now is get into some of the 21 videos something that I've been affiliated with, with Techademics. I really want to give you a call to action after I go through this. Okay, so this is just an example of some of the stuff that we have free content. You don't necessarily have to have a business or even be online. What I want to talk about today is really the 7 steps to triple your Facebook engagement. Okay, what I really want to do with this, okay, is just a second. God, I'm getting thirsty as hell. Yikes. I'm going to go over this in great detail. There's a reason for it, because I wanted to give you an example of what's inside and what you're going to find out inside. So, the 7 steps to triple your Facebook engagement. All right, so let's get started with Facebook magic trick number 1. 7 steps to triple your Facebook engagement. Okay, let's get started with step number 1. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to understand the original Facebook EdgeRank algorithm, so you get a basic overview of what's working these days and what used to work. Okay? Now, the original EdgeRank algorithm on Facebook used to be edge, affinity, weight, and time. Those were the algorithms with Facebook. They still are to some extent, but let me explain what each one of these are. Don't worry if you think this is complicated or not. Okay, don't worry, it's super simple. Okay, and this is just for illustration and example purposes because Facebook has changed so much, but it's still helpful, very helpful. I'll go over as I go over this. Now, edge, you can basically think of edge as a post. So every time you post something new on Facebook, you're creating a new edge. The edge is like the content, right? Okay, that's the actual post. Affinity measures how close your page's relationship is with each person that's basically interacting with you. The affinity is the relationship. The affinity is the relationship between the user and the edge creator. Okay? The creator of the content and the user of the content. And we're back! The weight is what measures the popularity of your post based on the interaction it's getting. Okay? These are all just Facebook terms. A ton of comments, a ton of likes and shares that will give you a lot of weight for your content. The weight basically is like the popularity of the post. Then time is very, very simply a factor of the older the post, the lower its edge rank gets. What happens is Facebook's going to show something when it's new, it's going to show a lot more than a post that's, say, a week old or a month old. That makes sense? Now, you'll see some posts resurface, and there's a way to be able to trigger that. But in general, Facebook wants to keep things fresh, new, and current. That's the basic understanding of EdgeRank, if you didn't already know that. And if you did, that's fine. Okay? Hey, Lo, what's happening? Jose, what's happening? Good to see you guys. There it is. Once again, in a recap, the edge is the actual content. Okay, you're creating new edge when you're creating new content. The affinity is the relationship between your user and the content. The weight is the popularity of it. Okay, the likes, the shares, and everything. And then the time is basically the time decay. Over time, things get old. Sometimes they might resurface. But even if they don't, basically you could just always imagine it's going to get lower edge rank over time. Okay, that's number 1 of the 7 different ways, little hacks you can figure out how to get more content, more likes on Facebook. Number 2, comment, like, and share. Some of this you might know. Now this seems obvious, but I got to put it in here to start off. Okay, this is the golden rule of Facebook EdgeRank. If Facebook engagement. Basically, the more you personally engage in other content, the more those people are going to see yours. Okay? If all you're doing is creating content and never engaging on others, you're missing out on a very, very powerful part of EdgeRank, which is get out there and engage with other people. Okay? Make sure you give them likes, make sure you give them comments, make sure you engage with them. When you do, when you post something, Facebook's going to be more likely to show it to them because what Facebook's looking for is the relationship between you and the other person. Make sense? All right. Facebook is looking to show your content to other people that would want to see it if you're engaging with people. Facebook thinks they're going to want to see it. Number 3, that's 2. Number 3, private messages. Now this is something you might not know, okay? Private messages, and this one is huge, one that most people don't realize, okay? Private back and forth conversations are proven to cause Facebook to show your status updates to those people specifically. Meaning that if you reach out to people and they actually have a conversation with you, Facebook takes your relationship to the next level. They say, not only are you friends with this person, but also you guys are friends to the point where you have lots of conversations privately. Okay, so Facebook considers them like it's like a like. It's more activity. Now let's pretend that they're a VIP friend. Okay, the kind of friend you actually have private conversations with. And I encourage you to have a lot of private messaging going all the time. There's two different ways to do this. One is outreach, where you're reaching out to people and starting private conversations with them. Sometimes that's good. The other is when you're posting and you're telling people to send you a private message for more information, or something where people are reaching out to you for private messages. Both work, but remember, okay, it has to be a back and forth conversation. It can't just be you reaching out to people. It has to be them reaching out back and forth between each other. So there has to be a back and forth. That's number 3. Number 4, ask questions. Okay, when you're posting status updates, you want to use topics that are trending, that are controversial, that are questions as well, just basic stuff you actually want to know the answers to, okay? If there's a question that you have about something, about what you should do, should you make a decision over this, or should you do that? What do you really want to know, okay? Or maybe there's something controversial and you want to find out the other people's opinions, or maybe there's a trending topic and you want to find out what other people's thoughts are on it. At any time, you can ask questions. It's the ultimate call to action. It's going to cause people to comment on your post. The more that people comment on your post, the more likely they are to see multiple posts of you. It gives you more exposure. Again, what you're doing is you're basically creating a comment wheel where people are going to comment on one post, okay, and now they're suddenly going to start seeing more comments from you. This is powerful. Okay, do figure out creative ways to get people to comment on your post, and then those people will start seeing more of your posts, as well as their friends might even start seeing those posts, and on and on and on. That's 4. Number 5, identify your post type. Now, this is something that's unique to each person. Which type of posts get the best engagement? And this is always a little bit different for everybody. Are they pictures? Are they text? Are they questions? Are they links? Are they videos? You know, are they live stream videos like this? Are they short or long posts? What style are you using? Okay? Are you using a certain style? What I want you to do is I want you to go back and look at some of your most popular posts. The ones that got the best engagement and the ones that got the best exposure, and I want you to go back and look at those. What type of posts were they? Now, let me give you a quick little tip. When it comes to links, you may not get a lot of engagement on a link post, okay? But you might get a lot of clicks. There's a difference. You're going to need to look at the analytics to really understand this. When you post a link post, you might get very little engagement, but sometimes you might get even 50 or 100 clicks to that link. So you really need to look at the data. You need to go back and look at the algorithms. After a while, you're going to start to realize, Facebook really is giving me a lot of exposure, even though you may not realize it on the surface. Okay? What's happening, Mark? Now, you might notice this. You might think it's pretty odd, right, that suddenly in your news feed, you're seeing a post that's a year old or 2 years old. Why is Facebook suddenly showing you this post? If you look closer, you might realize somebody recently commented on it. Even though it's a year old, somebody commented on it, and so Facebook said, hey, this post is revived. Okay? Maybe some people want to see it, and that's so popular. Okay? What you can do is you can go back to some of your old pictures, some of your old posts, and make sure they're just, even if they're a year or 2 old, just go in there and recirculate them. You can do this like once a day. Just recirculate old posts. It's a way to get more activity on your page. Now, even if you did this just once a day, revive one old post once a day, That will get you so much more exposure in the news feed. It's insane. Okay? Don't think that just because a post dies that it dies forever. You can literally revive it, and you can bring it back to life whether you update on it or if somebody else comments on it. It's number 6. Then number 7, the best time of day to post. What's the best time of day? You can actually figure it out when the best time of day is to post for you. It's a little bit different for everybody. Okay? What I want you to do is I want you to review some of your previous popular posts, and I want you to identify which time of day tends to be the best engagement for your posts. Okay? There's a lot of factors that go into this. For example, Facebook doesn't always show your post to everybody right off the bat. Okay? You might think, oh, I'll post in the morning because that's when most people are online. That's not really how it works. Facebook has an algorithm where they tend to drip your post out to people. So sometimes posting at night might get you more engagement. Plus, on top of that, you have followers that have different personalities. Okay? You have followers that are morning. They might wake up in the morning. You have followers that are late night people. You might have people in different countries, not just locally. You know, again, it's really different for everybody. Okay? There's no specific time of day you need to post. But you need to look at your post and go, okay, wow, here's like 4 or 5 of my most popular posts. What time of day did I post those? You might be able to crack the algorithm where you realize if I post something at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, Facebook drips it out perfectly and gets it a lot of exposure. Okay? That's a way to be able to crack the algorithm code again. Okay? So there's 7 simple steps right there to be able to double or even triple your engagement on your Facebook posts. I hope that helps. If you can go ahead and harness the power, of all 7 of those, start creating amazing content. And actually go ahead and solve people's problems. Because there's a lot of people that have questions out there, and you can just create answers to those problems. Your post should go out there and with these little hacks, you can help a lot of people. But this is just an example of the incredible content. Right now, there's about 21 different videos, very similar to what I just went over with you. Okay, and I've actually implemented a lot of this stuff. I have for years. This is kind of basic, but if you're interested in more content, more information on how to get more exposure, or how to set up, as long as my phone doesn't die, how to set up, an online business and how to get around the right people. Okay, after I publish this, I'll have a call to action and I'll have a link, and all you have to do is go in and sign up, and you can get this information. And right now there's about 21 different videos, and there's probably going to be 40 or 50 before you know it. But get in as quick as you can because they're not going to be up forever. That's when I'll let you know. Anybody have any questions? I haven't even looked at this. We got a lot of people on here. Holy smokes. What's happening? Wow. Lose your spit after a while, you know what I mean? Other than that, thanks for listening. What is it? I might do another one later if I have a cigar in the backyard. We can talk some more. Other than that, if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Doesn't want to cooperate.